This boy, Yeezy, man. Yeezy is going out bad, man. Like, it's a new low all the time. But Ye is in a dark place. This is why when you see celebrities be killing themselves and going crazy and stuff like that, you be us regular people, we be like, how could you go to that extent, all that money you got and stuff like that? But picture fucking Yeezy. He went out here and told the world he was essing his cousin's D at 14 years old for attention. You know what I'm saying? That's just so low. You know what I mean? It's just so ridiculous to even come out here and say something like that. But that goes to show you that just because you got money, it does not mean that you're goddamn happy. I can't imagine being having the kind of money he got, being in the position he's in, and you got to go out here and say something so low and creepy just to get some damn attention. That means that he's in the dark place and he's not happy. Ain't no way he can be happy if he's coming out here and saying something like that. That's just that got to be a dark place he's in because, like I said before, you figure. I always said this is my worst fear. They say you shouldn't tell people your worst fear. I said this before, but this is my worst fear out of anything in the world. My absolute worst fear is to become rich, successful enough to where I reached all the heights wanted to reach, everything I got that I wanted to get, got all that, and then became unhappy because once you get to that point, where do you go from there? You get all the money you want, you get everything that you wanted, everything you could imagine, went everywhere you could have wanted to go, mess with all the chicks you wanted to mess with, ate all the good food you wanted to eat, vacation everywhere everything you wanted to possibly do, you done, and now you're left with, damn, I'm not happy. That's a dark place, man. And yo, Will Smith said it best. I seen Will Smith on Drink Champs the other day. It was Drink Champs or a million. I think it was Drink Champs. He said this one on. He said the top is the same thing as being on the bottom because once you go so high, you got nowhere to go. And me sitting here broke as hell as a regular person, I get it because I had those kind of feelings before. Like back in the day when I was running around making a couple of dollars in the street, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. I had like because I lived in a small world in my mind. My mind was small, so as much as the world was out there for me to have, I was trapped within a box in my mind. And in this box, I was able to afford pretty much anything I wanted in reason. I ain't saying I was out there kingpin and big balling, and I ain't saying that, but I was good. I was making a couple of dollars at a point for enough time. But in my mind, I was so trapped in my own mind, I was scared to leave my neighborhood because I didn't want to miss know what I'm saying, those stuff coming in. I didn't want to miss a phone call. So all the money I was making, all the stuff I was doing, when I sat and thought about it after the fact, I was like, damn, all this money I made, I didn't even enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like living life with it. Living life back then, making that money was you buy all the weed you want. You mess with the chicks you want to mess with. You got a nice car you driving around in, looking like a star in this small ass world in a small ass town, feeling important, eating what you want to eat. But all this is done within the circumference of your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you too, Jess. Much love to you. So I had these experiences back then. Cause there were times even back then I was like, I used to have thoughts like, damn, I got everything I want. Like I said, everything I wanted in a small world with a small mind. Like, damn, I'm not really good. I'm not happy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what actually makes you happy? Sometimes you gotta sit there and think about. That's a position I found myself in before at one point. Even now, you know what I'm saying? Even with the struggles I'm going through now, stuff I've been through, lost a lot, been through a lot, all kind of stuff going on. I be sitting there thinking sometimes like, damn. I mean, but of course, money gives you security, but at the end of the day, it's like, what really makes you happy? Like, what makes you like content? I be sitting there thinking to myself, like, besides food, and I'm on a diet. I done lost mad weight. I'm staying away from food, but I'm like, what the hell else besides food makes me goddamn happy? Besides security of not having to worry about bills, of course, but outside of that, once everything becomes normal, you be like, I'm used to living like this now. You look around like, damn, the bitch I'm with ain't shit. My friends ain't shit. Everybody I know ain't shit. And I don't mean ain't shit like judging them. I'm just saying as far as like me, the world I live in now, I done separated myself from so many people. Not to say they're not shit. I'm not down on them, but people, I'm not into the same stuff people were into no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was into all that. There's a bad thing about waking up sometimes is you hit a wall where you be like, damn, I wish I was still stuck back when I was like in my 20s, because at least back then it's like you got way more ways to be happy and shit that makes you feel good about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once you wake up to certain stuff and have what they call a so-called spiritual awakening, a lot of stuff ain't fun no more. So a person like Ye going with his mind and the shit he be doing and having all the money he got, and for all these years, he done did everything he wanted to do twice already. That's why we see him saying and doing bizarre stuff, walking around with a chick on a goddamn leash, pretty much as a goddamn puppet, because he's just trying to find anything that makes him feel like he's alive. You know what I'm saying? So now he has reached the point where it's like nothing does it no more. You know what I'm saying? Nothing makes him feel like he's relevant no more. Like as far as not relevant, but like I'm telling you, it's a dark place when you in this when nothing makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a dark place to be in, man. If you're gonna come out here and tell the world that you S your cousin's D at 14 years old, you got to know that that's a person that's in a dark, dark, dark place, man. Because god damn it, that's just not something you come out here and say. What's the use in saying that? What value do you get out of that? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that do besides make you look like a goddamn maniac? Like a not even like no cool maniac, a goddamn fucking just shot out maniac to say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I tell you, man, just like they say, Robin Williams. People that knew Robin Williams personally, they say he was one of the most depressed people that ever lived. You see him on TV, on movies and stuff. He's laughing, comedian, everything is a joke. But they say he was one of the darkest people they ever knew. People that knew Robin Williams, and that's where this stuff will bring you to, man. That's why I say I don't. I want to be rich, of course, and all this stuff, but that my worst fear, man. Like I ain't gonna sit there and act like I don't want the money, but if I got money like that and then I'm not happy, that's the worst goddamn spot to be in, because you find yourself having to lock bitches in rooms and choke them to try to feel alive. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some you. That's when you start getting into weird fetishes and deep, dark, creepy stuff, and you be like, God damn, I gotta do something just to feel like I'm goddamn alive. Because this is the thing about a lot of people, like I'll say me. I ain't gonna say us because I don't know what kind of people in there right now, but people who grew up in the streets, hustling, all that type of stuff, you have conditioned yourself. You have you have drained out your endorphins in your brain. Everything you've been wanting to do since you've been a goddamn teenager, you've been doing it. You making money. You was out there smoking all the good weed, messing with all the good looking chicks, females getting money straight, whatever they was doing. They was out doing the same stuff, buying bags, whatever they wanted. We grew up. People like us grew up as from teenagers fucking overindulging in our endorphins. So now when you get to the point where you're a goddamn adult, you feel like you don't want to do nothing you don't want to do. Like people that grew up regular don't got that kind of problem because they haven't been overloading their endorphins their whole goddamn life. Like a lot of people like us who've been just doing whatever the hell we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just said facts. I feel bad for you. And this job, like I got like a you know what I'm saying, a certain level of I guess respect for Ye and shit. And yes, Ye pays attention to me, my last channel, even the beginning of this channel before. I'm the one that made up the Rain Man of rap. Then you heard him call himself the Rain Man of rap on Drink Champs a couple years ago. He got that shit from me. I made that shit up. Nobody made that up. I made that up, and he obviously was watching me and heard it because back in the day, me and Ye was thick as thieves, boy. On my last channel, I got fucking thousands off talking about Kanye back in the day, like all that shit was going on. I done caked up off Ye. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Ye at the end of the day. Ye delivered me a couple bags fucking with YouTube, couple videos. But like I was saying though, it's just man, you go to a place that's so dark, that gotta be a bad thing, man. That gotta be a terrible thing. Even me, I ain't got no money. I ain't rich, nothing like that. Even now, I be sitting here like I was saying about the endorphins, because we have drained our endorphins for so many years. You wake up 30, 40 years old. Now it's like, what the fuck really makes you happy? I know people go on vacations all the goddamn time. They go on vacations just to be going somewhere. Like they don't, you doing the same. You going all these different places and countries, flights, go to the resort, take pictures, put them on Instagram. You like the same shit you did at every other. You don't look happy doing it. Like that. I mean, I don't. I ain't. I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people got their own thing they do. But TNZ podcast salute was good, man. But it's like you get to a point where now it's why a lot of us have a hard time getting ourselves together when we get into our 30s and 40s trying to get a job. We work a job. Fuck, I walk off a job in a goddamn heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I done walked off a few jobs. Piss me to look at, say the wrong shit to me, the supervisor. I'm out of here. I'll leave on motherfucker lunch break. I won't turn around and come the fuck back. Plenty of, I ain't enough times. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to a point like nowadays where you're not wanting to be in the streets, so you gotta work the jobs, and you like, damn, now I'm being abused because now I'm sitting somewhere, working somewhere you don't want to be there. You like, man, these motherfuckers knew me 20 years ago. I would have been up out of here, you know what I'm saying? But now you stuck with being tortured. And that's kind of like what I'm saying about with people like Ye and people like that. Where do you go to be happy now next? Because I guarantee you, ain't nobody in their right state of mind who got a half goddamn bit of sense gonna come out here and tell the world they S. Did he say he S his cousins D or his either way it was whoever S whoever D. Why would you come out here and say that just for attention? You know what I'm saying? Shit is bad, man. And I heard he was just saying something about Jay Z and his kids like a couple weeks ago or some shit. Shit is just bad, man. Like, yeah, man. That's. I hope I never get to a space like that. Because if you think about where Ye's at mentally, where the fuck do you go after that? You just are stuck. Obviously, there's nothing else he can buy that's gonna make him happy. Ain't no more chicks he can fuck that's smash that's gonna make him happy. There's nowhere else he can go. No new place that's gonna give him life to make him feel like, yeah, I'm alive. Now you got to start doing creepy shit. Don't be surprised if we see A get caught up in some shit. He got a bitch in the dungeon beating on her. You know what I'm saying? And pulling her fingernails out or some weird crazy shit. Tying shit around her neck till she's damn near ready to pass out. Wake her up and that's the kind of stuff that people go to when they get to this level, man. That's what I tell you. That's why a lot of these celebrities are in. You be like, damn, Diddy and all these type of people, allegedly, whatever. That's why a lot of these people be into this creepy stuff because they've been up for so long, having what they want for so long. Once you ruin your endorphins, your brain endorphins, the things that make you happy, once you overexpand them too much, you are fucked. Like literally, you are screwed, dude. Like you got nowhere to go after that. For real, for real. Ain't nothing else you can do. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna go to the club and meet a chick? Like, you didn't have the baddest bitches in the world already. You gonna go? You gonna eat shrimp and lobster? How many lobsters and shrimp could you eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, goddamn, what could you do? That's when you find yourself in the creep bag. You know what I'm saying? Doing some creepy stuff, man. But yeah, that's I do. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for Ye. He's gone. He's lost, man. He's gone. He's fucking out of here, man. But that's about it, man. Hit the like button if anybody came. If y'all seen a couple people come through, I'll start trying to come on here more often. Try to see if I can get my shit back popping. You know what I'm saying? And I always do some weird shit when I'm on here clicking buttons. Then I always fuck something up. God damn it! I'll probably move the screen around now. Let me just X these out. Oh yeah, I moved myself out. But yeah. It's dark out here, man. And not to mention, yeah, you might be going broke. That's another thing. They be saying these people got money. We don't know what these people really got, man. One day they be up, one day they be not having shit. It's always something with celebrities. You just like a couple years ago, Ye went all of a sudden wasn't a billionaire, and Diddy replaced him. Now Ye's back in there. You don't know what the hell's going on with these people, man. What the hell's going on with these people? Vice Vic said, "You don't think Ye been switched out? Possibly. I was saying that years ago. He's a clone and switched them out. I ain't really got into that type of talk really deeply lately and shit. But I wouldn't be surprised, man. Would not be surprised at all. But the shit that he does and says is just so far out of the loop. Like, why would you come out here and talk about Jay Z's kids now all of a sudden, like a week or two ago? I don't remember exactly what he said, but like, dude, why would you come out here and say some of the stuff you saying? Like, it don't even make sense. Don't even make no goddamn sense. Yeah, ever since that first breakdown, he ain't been the same. Yeah, and I was covering that extensively. I was the first person that said he got kidnapped, and everybody ran with that. They was acting like he that what's that dude's name? Uh, the personal trainer, the personal. I can't think of his goddamn name right now, but I be forgetting so much stuff. Yeah, I did a whole video about that dude. I can't remember his name. He was a fucking CIA. He was something. I don't want to misquote exactly what he was, but I did a whole video about that dude, man. That personal trainer. He was a CIA dude. Some mind control shit he was doing. All kind of weird, crazy shit. Vice says like this generation's Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson started getting real weird after the Thriller album. Yeah, man. There's so much. The thing with the rabbit hole with Michael Jackson, it goes so deep, man. We'll never know what the hell really happened to Michael Jackson. I be seeing this picture of this dude. What's his name? Georgie or some shit. I think sometime I be thinking that's really Michael Jackson and he's still alive. He was on the Larry King show. That dude, man. Y'all gonna push me to get back into my conspiracy bag, man. For real. Y'all gonna push me to get back into my shit. I guess conspiracy stuff mostly now is on TikTok though. That's where all that type of shit is at. And might I add, I'm one of the original conspiracy people on the fucking internet. Not the first, not the onlyest on that, but I'm one of the original people came out here talking that crazy conspiracy shit. Now it's just the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But I was one of the first people on my other channel came out here saying shit, talk about Gucci Man, he was a clone, all that type of shit. And showing my face at the same time. I just had to throw that in there because I think about shit like that. Because now shit is be. That's why people don't be having respect for the people that came before them. I don't like stuff like that. It's easy to not because if you ain't don't know about the stuff from before, then it's easy to just disregard certain stuff. But and not that I'm sitting here like not that it's like a big deal or I feel like I'm supposed to be special or nothing. But I was one of the first people out here with that type of stuff, man. Mind control, the Anunnaki, all that type of shit. And that shit will drive people away from you. You know what I'm saying? Shit will drive people away from you. But yeah, Michael Jackson. I seen a video recently about Michael Jackson to kind of rehash the whole thing about with the ambulance he was being they showed him moving inside the ambulance when in the coroner's van when they took him away and shit like that. I seen matter of fact, I just saved something. My memory's kind of fucked up a little bit. I had issues about a year ago. Kind of fucked me up a little bit. So certain shit is still not all the way back. But um I just downloaded the video the other day. Damn, I'm gonna do a video about this shit too. I downloaded it off like Facebook Reels or something. It's on my phone. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but when I was looking at it, I was like fucking flabbergasted. There was some shit with Michael Jackson. It was some type of interview with some shit from back in the day, and I was like, maybe it's AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's AI. Let me look in here for real quick, see if I can find this real quick on my phone so I can. But it was enough for me to download this shit, and I was like, what the fuck? This is some new creepy shit about Michael Jackson that Let me see real quick. That's it. Oh yeah, right here, these pictures. Damn, I can't put it on my thing. I can't even hold it. You ain't gonna be. Maybe you can see it a little bit. It's the pictures of Michael Jackson, burnt up after he had the burning. I don't know if you can really see that. I'm gonna do it on a regular video so it could be seen. But I was like, yo, like right there, him dead in the thing. I don't know if you can see that. I was like, yo, I don't know if this was out before or not. He got the mask like in the hospital bed with the mask and shit on. You see that? So I don't know if that been out before or not, but I just seen this shit the other day. It's like him dead inside the hospital. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I came across this shit. I was like, what the? This is like him after the burn. They working on his face. You see the, you don't know if you can see the blotches and stuff on there. My camera's too far away for me to really. You can't tell, but it's like his discolored face. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that shit. I was like, I forgot I even downloaded that shit till you brought Michael Jackson up just now. This shit is creepy, man. Like, I'm gonna just do a video on it one day because so you can see the real deal. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's AI or not. They got his head bald with like a couple little hairs on top of it. This is like after he got burnt up, or maybe this is how he looks all the time before he died. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really probably see it, but it looks like a real picture of Michael Jackson with his deformed skin and shit like that. Like I don't know, man, but it is the internet, so you never know. But I downloaded this shit because I'm like, I don't know if this shit is real. They look real to me. You know what I'm saying? It looks real to me, but I ain't never seen that before. Crazy, man. This Hollywood shit, you don't know what the hell is going on with this shit for real, man. Vice said, I think that might have been the switch out. I think we lost the real Michael Jackson during the Thriller album. But they what they say is that he really died when he got burnt doing that Coca-Cola commercial. They say he really died then is what they say. You know what I'm saying? They switched him out back then. But he'd be easy to switch out because look how many times he changed his face himself or whoever he is. What he changed his nose, his face, so many different stuff going on in his face. So and it would have been easy and we wasn't up on all that shit way back in the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just watching TV and taking everything the media said as face value. We wasn't up on all this alternative thinking back then. All this whole Illuminati stuff. I remember I was locked up. I was in juvenile, and what was I about 18? This must have been nine. What was it about 90? About 98, I think. One of my mom's friends. My mom was going to community college back then, so she had these like younger friends, and the one girl was writing me when I was locked up. She was a couple years older than me, but she sent me a whole booklet about the New World Order. A thick ass, like not a book, but like papers that she copied, a booklet talking about mad stuff, the Illuminati, the New World Order, all this shit. I'm reading this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This was way before this shit really became like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Way before YouTube, way before all this shit. What was I, 17, I think, 16, 17. So we talking, this must have been about 97, 98, somewhere around there. And that was my first exposure to the word Illuminati, the term New World Order, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's like when people first started waking up to all this extra shit with celebrities and the way the world works and stuff like that. And she sent me that before I heard anybody talk. This is before I heard anybody say it on a song, a T, anything. You know what I'm saying? I thought this shit was crazy. It was just talking about all kind of crazy shit back then. Operation Paperclip, all kind of just different shit. And I was locked up, so I was reading that shit like I didn't kind of get right on it way back then to stay totally on it. So a couple years later, I reintroduced to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back then, a lot of shit that we grew up seeing, we wasn't up on. We wasn't. introduced to that type of thinking. So we just watch the news and say what they want to say to us. We'll just accept it as for what it was. But there was a lot of weird shit back in the day that happened that we just wasn't equipped with the right mind to really pay attention to the right kind of way. We just accepted every goddamn thing. It was just one line of media. You had your news and you had your radio, you know what I'm saying? And then like movies and shit. But as far as like in magazines, that was the only information we was getting back then. Now it wasn't a book. She just like maybe she got it out of a book. I don't even know, but she sent me like a bunch of papers stapled together. You know what I'm saying? It was probably about like a quarter of an inch thick, maybe almost like a half inch thick of paper she stapled together of different stuff she sent to me. XL3, oh no, was good. But yeah, man. And then, but my dad though, when I was younger, my dad died a long time ago. He died, damn, fucking 24 years ago. God, my dad died a long ass time ago. He died when he was, I'm older than my dad lived now. I'm 40, I just turned 44. My dad died at 41. But my dad was into all that kind of shit too. He was into the JFK assassination, like all kind of little shit like that. So like the government shit, like so. That's probably where I really first started being you know what I'm saying, like having a mind of certain type of stuff. If my dad was alive now, he'd be probably doing the same shit I'm doing or was doing. You know what I'm saying, some conspiracies, all that type of shit. But so my dad always said little stuff, but when that girl sent me that paperwork, I was like, this shit is crazy. But it was so new to me. Like she was the first time I seen a lot of that stuff. I kind of was just like, where did she get this bullshit from? But a lot of the stuff was caught my eye though. It felt familiar, even though I didn't see it before. That's how I judge a lot of stuff. If I see something that feels familiar, or I hear something that feels familiar, like if it resonates with my soul, I'd be like, all right, something is here. Like it might not be the whole real story. It might be fragmented the way it's presented. The facts of everything might not be lined up, but the heart of the story is something that's there. You know, that's how I judge a lot of stuff. When I hear conspiracies and stuff like that, it's, like something's there. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to be a goddamn like the most recent shit with these eggs that was going on. Eggs were sky high. It's fucking $10, whatever the how much eggs this was. And I'm saying to myself, every time I go to the goddamn store, eggs are available. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make no sense for eggs to be that goddamn high. If every time I go to the store, there's eggs available to buy. No matter what store I was going to, there was eggs there to buy. So that didn't make no sense to me. When prices go up on stuff like that, I mean, maybe there was a couple less egg. Maybe that didn't seem like there was as much presented on the shelf as usual, but there was always eggs to fucking buy. So when prices go up like that, that usually means something is scarce and is not available. You know what I'm saying? Like the toilet paper in the pandemic, all that shit. You couldn't find toilet paper and paper towels on the shelf because it was, you know what I'm saying, some shit, whatever was going on was for real. Like even though the whole pandemic shit was what it was, people believed in their mind they needed to have an excessive amount of goddamn toilet paper for whatever reason. So when you went to the store, you couldn't find it. But this shit with these eggs, it didn't make no sense because there was every time I went to buy some eggs, there was eggs available to buy at the store. And the thing with eggs, you can be like, oh, people wasn't buying it because it was so expensive. That's why the eggs have a small shelf life. 2 3 weeks, eggs are not. You got to get rid of eggs and put new ones in there. So even if nobody was buying them because they was expensive, they still got to replenish eggs every couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was a nothing but a goddamn tariff on the U.S. people. They just wanted more money. Um, and that's just all is to it. And if you think about eggs are like the most universal ingredient in everything, every country, everywhere, everything. Damn near every dessert you make needs eggs. Most people eat eggs for breakfast in some form, shape, form, or fashion. So much other foods that you make, um, whether it's desserts or even other kind of food, you put meatloaf, anything like you make a meatloaf, you put an egg in. Like everything you make, you fried chicken, chicken cutlets, and chicken tenders. You wash them with the egg wash before you put them in the breakfast. Every goddamn thing in the world eggs are like the most universal food, so it would make sense that they tax us with eggs because everybody gotta buy eggs. Most people can't function without a goddamn egg. Put a joker like me in a house with no egg for a week, I can't even function without an egg for a week. Even when I'm super dieting, I eat a hard boiled egg for lunch. That could be the only thing I could eat but I eat an egg at least, if not every day, every other day. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a goddamn vegan or something like that, but most people aren't vegans. So, so that egg shit, I was just saying that because I was saying that didn't feel right to me in my spirit. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Something about this ain't right. They talking about the bird flu and all the whatever shit they was talking about. In that case, there wouldn't have been no goddamn eggs to buy, and that's why they would have been high because they would have been in such high demand. So yeah, I didn't buy that. I wasn't believing in that whole egg shit. That's just the latest thing. I bought that up. That's the latest thing that was going on as far as like some shit, conspiracy type shit or whatever like that. You know what I mean? I'm about to get up out of there though, but Ye is in a dark place, man. Like, say some of the stuff he's saying and doing, and he got all that money, you would think he's happy. There's no way he's happy coming out here acting like that, and that's dark. I wouldn't be surprised if something happened to Ye in the near future. We've been saying this for a long time, but he just keeps reaching new lows and going to new depths. It's only a matter of time before something's gonna happen. If that's even him, could be some old, like somebody said, it could be a clone, could be a replacement. But that's about it. Yesterday I said I'm gonna try to come on here at least once a day, try to make some videos, try to see if I can get my shit built back up a little bit. Or I might start a new channel, I don't know. But shout out to everybody that came through, Jess, Vice, XL3, who know? Every time I see your name, I gotta keep trying to look at it and figure out what the hell it says. But shout out to you. Somebody Hood TMZ podcast came through. And that's about it, man. Hit the like button. Can't tell if nobody hit the likes or not. Let me go over here and look. Oh, there's a couple likes in there. Okay, you got a couple likes on there. 5 likes. You know what I'm saying? The like button for a little joker, man. About to hook this phone calling thing back up too, so I can try to bring some people in on some conversation talking about certain stuff, man. I think I reflect better with people with input, talking back and forth. I think I want to talk about some dark stuff though, man. Not like dark, like to make, but real stuff. The shit that most people don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so goddamn high and sedity. The Instagram and everybody show you the best thing going on. Nobody talks about or shows you the dark shit they did or been through. I mean, as far as the legal shit you can talk about. You know what I'm saying? This goddamn internet. The internet is like I was thinking of it. This like a god. You know how you see fucking on the movie, somebody get a parking ticket, they come out to the car, get the parking ticket, oh, rip the ticket up, throw it out the window, mad cool, oh, throw the parking ticket, throw it out. What they don't show you is that in about a month, they get a letter from the goddamn magistrate saying, Joker, come down here and now that $10 ticket you ripped up because you thought you was cool, now this shit is $130. So come down here and pay this, or we're gonna put a warrant out for you and show up at your house for this ticket that you ripped up. That's what the internet is, man. That's exactly what the internet is. Everybody ripping up parking tickets like they so goddamn cool. But they don't tell you about when that goddamn letter came in the mail a month later from the goddamn magistrate and said, look, bring your monkey ass down here to this courthouse and pay us $120 now because you just disregarded a $10 ticket. You know what I'm saying? Just said, yeah, do it. You talking about, and I was talking about the dark stuff, the dark human shit. Yeah, because people just everybody, all these podcasts, everything is just the same. That's why I just lost motivation. You know, I had my little podcast with my cousin at one point. We kind of fell back from it. Podcasts is just it just became so what it's just so too saturated. It's just how many times can you go in here and hear a chick talk about a dude she's at his house and then oh girl, guess what I found on this thing, and then the dude, oh yeah, I got the bitches we came through. Like that's why I be getting discouraged sometimes. I be wanting to hear about real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shit that make your heart beat. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that's some shit that you don't that not. I mean, of course, you don't want to just say stuff that you don't want people to know about you. But goddamn it, we're all human. We all done did some deep, dark, dirty shit. Ain't none of us above. It shit look good on the internet. It look good on your Instagram and all that shit. But at the end of the goddamn day, ain't none of us perfect. You know what I'm saying? We all got that shit about us that you don't want nobody to know about. Um, shit that's we are animals. At the end of the goddamn day, we're animals with intelligence. You got the body of a goddamn animal. Put in the right circumstances, you will act accordingly. I don't give a goddamn how high sedity upper crust you think you are. Put in the goddamn right situations, your animal will come out of your body. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that animal feeds on, it will come out. A lot of people find that out when they go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Some other ways you find out, your life be on the line. When you start getting desperate, you start doing desperate shit. You start thinking from a desperate mind state. You become shit that you never thought you wake up, you get into a situation and find out like, God damn, I didn't even know I was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets dark, man. Way dark. Let me get up out of here. That's about it. Shout out to everybody that came through. Y'all have yourselves a fucking peaceful night. Stay out of the way of this bullshit. 'Cause ain't nothing out here but bullshit. Every day it gets worse and worse. It's just less to fucking live for every goddamn day. Not less to live for, but just less to motivate you. You gotta find shit to keep you wanting to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Stay motivated and just try to find new shit. But this internet is burning out all of our endorphins, man. Trust what I tell you. This shit is killing us, man. It's fucking our eyesight up. We all got this phone in our hand all goddamn day. Wait till you get about in your 40s. You'll start feeling that shit. Carpal tunnel in your hands. Where the fuck are we going? We sitting there. This shit is just crazy, man. But oh yeah, on that note, let me get up out of here for real, for real.